us. Today, we're talking about anger, what it actually does to your brain, what the Bible figured out thousands of years before neuroscience caught up, and the one counterintuitive move that will change how you handle every hard moment from here on out. Stay with me, because this one is going to hit different. Anger is woven into the very fabric of human existence. Every single one of us has felt it. That hot rush, that tightening in the chest, that moment where everything rational just exits the building. But here's what the science actually says about what happens next. A 2011 study published in the Journal of Experimental Social Psychology found that people in angry emotional states consistently made riskier, more impulsive decisions compared to their neutral counterparts. When anger is triggered, the amygdala, the brain's emotional alarm system, floods your body with cortisol and adrenaline, effectively hijacking the prefrontal cortex, which is the part of your brain responsible for logic, consequence, and rational thought. In plain English, when you're angry, the thinking part of your brain is temporarily offline. So every word you speak, every decision you make, every action you take from that emotional place is coming from a compromised system. It is not the real you making those choices. It's the storm. Now here's where it gets fascinating. Thousands of years before we had brain scans or peer-reviewed journals, the Bible made a statement that reads almost like a scientific report. In Nahum 1 verse 3, describing God, the most powerful being in existence, the text says he is slow to anger. Slow to anger. Think about that for a second. If you had infinite power, unlimited authority, the ability to act on anything at any moment, and the wisdom tradition attached to you is restraint, what does that tell you? It tells you that power and explosion are not the same thing. Real power is measured. Real strength knows how to pause. The most capable being in Scripture is not described as the fastest to react. He is described as the slowest. And that's not a coincidence. That's a blueprint. So if anger is the fire, the mouth is the gasoline. Jesus said it plainly in Matthew 12:34. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. What that means practically is this. Whatever is filling your heart in that moment is exactly what is going to come pouring out of your mouth. And when anger is what's filling your heart, you are not speaking from wisdom. You are not speaking from love, from strategy, or from your best self. You are literally handing someone a live broadcast of the worst emotional state you're currently in, unfiltered and unedited. Every word spoken in anger is a reaction, not a response. And reactions, almost without exception, make things worse. There's a reason we say things we can't take back. There's a reason apologies after arguments always feel slightly too late. The damage is already done because the mouth moved before the mind had a chance to show up. Author and leadership coach Stephen Covey put it this way: between stimulus and response, there is a space, and in that space lies your freedom. Most people never find that space because they're too busy filling it with words. So what do you actually do? Here's the move, and it's deceptively simple. When anger rises, choose silence. Not the silence of rolling your eyes, not the silence of a disgusted smirk or a cold shoulder designed to punish, not passive-aggressive quiet that screams louder than words. I mean clean silence, still silence, silence that looks like nothing happened because you've made the internal decision that you are bigger than this moment. This is not suppression. This is not weakness dressed up in spiritual language. This is you exercising the rarest form of emotional intelligence, the ability to feel something fully and still choose how you respond to it. Viktor Frankl, who survived the Nazi concentration camps and wrote extensively on human behavior, said that the last of human freedoms is the ability to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. Silence and anger is you exercising that freedom. It is you saying, I see what's happening, I feel it, and I am choosing not to let it write the next line of this story. Proverbs 16:32 wraps this entire conversation up in one sentence that is so sharp it almost doesn't feel fair. It says, better a patient person than a warrior, one with self-control than one who takes a city. In a culture obsessed with clapping back, going off, and making sure nobody gets the last word, the Bible is telling us that the person who conquers their own anger is more impressive than a military general who conquers cities. And the practical reality of living that out, your relationships get deeper because people feel safe around you. Your reputation holds because you never have to walk anything back. Your mind stays clearer because you're not wasting emotional energy on explosions that solve nothing. And over time, you become the person in every room that people trust, not because you're the loudest, but because you are the most controlled, the most solid, the most steady. That is the life that silence, chosen intentionally in moments of anger, builds for you brick by brick. The next time someone pushes every button you have, and they will, remember this. Silence is not you losing. Silence is you refusing to let a moment of emotion write a story you'll spend weeks trying to correct. If these words found you at the right time, drop a "Help me, Lord" in the comments. Also, share this video with someone who needs to hear it, because somebody in your life might be one bad conversation away from saying something they might never be able to take back. Till next time, God bless you.